Hi everybody, JJ here with Experiences My Dog, and I've got a quick hands-on for you. So this is not a full review, it'll be coming in the actual hopeful not too distant future. But we've got something pretty interesting from a company called Brandless. Now Brandless is not necessarily a pet-related company. They have really been focusing on consumer human-based products that they have available from their site for all kinds of stuff, whether like household items or different types of condiments or different types of foods. And their real big thing is that they sell direct to you with good quality sourcing, good quality ingredient composition at a more, let's say, aggressive price point than you might have compared to a lot of, let's say, the other products that are out there. And with a focus generally on having a higher standard for a lot of the products that they're selling to you. And so when they essentially went about doing pet treats, which just happened recently, I thought this was pretty interesting. So why not go ahead and take a look at them, because the big thing you'll find with Brandless is going to be generally the price points are going to be pretty low. So for all four of these treats, they're all going to be $3 a piece, which definitely for some of these, when you compare these against some of the national brands that you would have, whether it's going to be online or whether it's going to be, at your pet stores of the world, it's definitely going to be, I think, pretty aggressive in terms of the price point. So let's go ahead and quickly talk about the different type of protein options or treats that we have available right now from Brandless's pet treat lineup. Our first one is going to be chicken liver, and this is just chicken liver by itself, 2 ounces. It is a U.S. produced and U.S. sourced, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no preservatives. Now, we will do our full due diligence in terms of our review to find out a lot more information about sourcing, production, a lot of different elements, but on initial face value, that's pretty nice in terms of $3 for 2 ounces of a chicken liver treat that is U.S. sourced and produced. The next one we're going to have right here is going to be chicken breast pieces. And so this is going to be, again, 2 ounces of just chicken. That's all it is. There's no artificial colors, no flavors, no preservatives, and again, sourced and produced here in the United States. So both of these, I think, are pretty good options. And because they're also, I'd say, drier options, they do actually make good to not only use as toppers, or you could rehydrate them, but you could also put them, in a treat pocket to be able to go ahead and take with you when you're taking your dog out and about, because they're essentially not kind of like a wet-based treat or something that might be generally more crumbly. Although I will say that the chicken breast pieces do look like they're going to be a little bit kind of dry in texture. And we'll definitely kind of give you a little bit of shots in here out of the package so you can get a sense of them. Now, these two other ones right here are a little bit more interesting because they're not actually produced in the United States, but it's not China produced. Both of these are actually made in Ireland, which does have a good track record in terms of actually protein quality. So I'm not necessarily setting that as a negative. I think that's entirely okay. But again, we're going to find out more information from Brandless, hopefully in the not too distant future. What we have in terms of the actual treats themselves, the one is a duck jerky recipe. There are, of course, some additional ingredients in here because of the way that it's been extruded. It is combined together with other things, like you have some oats, rice, carrot flakes, and a couple of other elements in here. But the ingredient composition is pretty minimal. They do make a definite call out here to say non-GMO in terms of the source ingredients, but there are definitely some other factors in terms of kind of, I think, the sourcing that are important. But again, initially on face value for what you would have here, which is 4 ounces in terms of duck jerky treat for $3. Again, if you would probably compare this to a lot of choices online, it's a pretty reasonable value. Next here we have a salmon. Now this is not 100% salmon, and that's fairly common. A lot of times when you talk about salmon treats, it's fairly expensive to get a salmon exclusive treat or even a salmon exclusive food. So many companies will also incorporate usually some form of white fish mixture, which can account for quite a number of other fish, and that's what we have here. So we have salmon, white fish, rice, which would be kind of the binder as it's kind of extruded together into this shape. And then you also have vegetable glycerin, which, as you guys know, we're not fans of standard glycerin because that, of course, can be derived from petroleum. But a vegetable glycerin base will, like I said, it still is going to be a fairly large percentage of what this treat is going to have because it is literally the 4th ingredient that's present in here. And there are a couple of other factors to consider within vegetable glycerin, but it's somewhat acceptable, I think, within this treat. So overall, this is just giving you a little bit of a quick hands-on preview. If you guys are interested in picking these up, we'll put the links in the description below. Like I said, we'll be working on a full review here, and I definitely would recommend that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can go ahead and find out when we have the full posted review, where we'll talk about the sourcing, we'll talk about the taste test experience, handling, all the different aspects that we normally cover in the review. And if you guys have anything things in terms of questions, comments that you want to make sure to be covered in those reviews, make sure to drop those in the comment section when you're down there hitting the like button and the subscribe button. So with that, take care, take it easy, enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick hands-on preview of these new brandless pet treats.